When we switch on the ovens, it makes it very noisy for talking. Would you mind clearing up after me to do it, because it has to sit then for another 12 hours before you can bake it. So, but you can see it tonight. He can catch it going in and out of the oven.
Oh, great.
So that's how we see that. So I make it here, and then you can marry the rest of it in with it. Okay. Is that it? Is that okay? I'm not telling you your job, but you know, I mean, we've had a lot of people come in here and do films, but they've all come beforehand, and we've gone through it all maybe a month or 2 months before they actually came, you know. So in that sense it was easier, whereas I had, you know, anyway, this is the only way for you to do it. There we're all more local. Well, we had Australian and we have had American. We've been on American television, and we've been in lots of television. Oh, I'm really boasting, aren't I? So will I start making the sourdough?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just making, we use what they call a T65 flour, and I need 850 grams of that.
Is this a recipe you've known for a long time?
Well, it's the same recipe, but you see, it's got bigger and bigger, and you're making more bigger portions. So to do this, we brought it down to making just 3 or 4. So for this demonstration. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. I'm just going to ask you some questions while you...
That's fine.
While you bake. You need to concentrate.
Because it's a while since I've been doing this, so it was a bit of a pressure for me in my head. I've been doing it for 42 years and longer, I suppose, yes. So baking is a lovely occupation or way of making a living, because it's very fulfilling, because it's only as good as the passion you put into it when you're making it. Yeah. It's the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating. So of course you just start off with good ingredients when you're making bread, and the best quality that you can find.
Who taught you this recipe?
In your area. My father used to make this recipe, but I worked with him for a while in the bakery. He died in 1980, so I worked with my father in the bakery, and you know, it was great to work with him, and he was so proud of baking. He had worked with his father, and my father was born in 1904. So it is a long time ago. And, you know, it's nice to be the same family doing the same thing in the same place for 130 years. So it's some history, like, and we still have stayed small, because our motto has always been small is beautiful. And when things get bigger, quality moves out of it, and the idea of money, making money, becomes a bigger part of it, because you've more people working and you've more overheads, and it becomes a whole different engine. So that's why we love small family businesses, and we only leave our money with family businesses, because it's great to keep your money in your own local community, because it helps to keep your services right and everything. So I better keep doing this, because the scales will turn off on me. I forget. Excuse me. Okay, I have 25 grams of salt here, which goes in. And I have 9 grams of sugar, which I weighed off earlier. and I need 300 mils of water. I'll get the 300 mils of water, but now no, I'll go sugar and salt and 300 mils of water. I need 600 grams of sourdough. I'm going to just mix that up slightly first. And then I get 600. These scales are different to what I used to use.
What are you putting in right now?
This is sourdough. It's the starter. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. It's the wild yeast. It's yeast. It's a wild yeast.
Is the starter really old?
It is old, yes. They keep feeding it, but it's not like what they say in California. It's not there since the gold rush, but it is old. Yeah, it is old that we keep it.
We're going to go to Cappoquin House Gardens.
Oh, great.
See you later.
Okay, have fun.
Enjoy that.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, James. We'll see you later. And it's a beautiful day for it. I need 300 mils of water. Now I've everything in there, and I'll just mix it.
So the starter isn't 130 years old, though, is it? Is the
No.
starter you're growing?
Well, it's there a long time. It is, it's there a long time. And when you're working in a place like this, there is spores and things going around in the air anyway, in the atmosphere. So it is very old. As you can see, it is a very old premises, and it hasn't changed very much in 100 years.
What are some things that have stayed the same?
Sorry?
What are the things that have stayed the same?
Well, I suppose making bread, we still make it in the same way, using fresh, good ingredients. And the other thing is our principles and values of leaving our money in our local town and trying to keep everything, to keep, that we've stayed small, because it would have been much easier to have got bigger, especially in the 80s. And everybody were getting bigger, and a lot of bakers that did that have come and gone, and we're still there. And I think that's what makes us unique today. It's part of what we are, that we have stayed small, and that we're still survived. And of course the reason that we've survived is because our principles have come back to us. What we give out in life comes back to us. I think we support people, and people have supported us. Of course you have to give a good quality product, you have to keep the thing right, but those type of values that we learned from our father, I think carries on. And it's something I'm very proud of, really, because my father was a very good man. He reared lots of children. He made his bread here and got into the van after his night's work and went out and delivered it to the countryside. And lots of people in those days didn't have money. And if there were big families, because they were all big Catholic families, and they hadn't money, and my father would never look for a payment. So I've always felt that his goodness has come back to us. We've been very lucky, Joe and I. And I often think it's what's gone before us has been rewarded in a different way, you know, that we reap the seeds that we sow. Have you heard that one? Yeah.
So it was your dad who taught you how to make bread?
Yes. Well, I went to college. I went to college in Dublin, and I did domestic science, and I was really trained to do demonstrations like what I'm doing now, so that I would show people how to make bread and that. But I baked here with my father. I came home working in 1975 and he died in 1980. So I was 5 years working with my father as an adult, yes. I'm only 21. Admits 21. Mm-hmm.
Did he teach you how to bake bread when you were younger as well?
Well, we all worked in the bakery, yes, and we all had a passion for baking. I'm the youngest of 5 girls, but I was the one. All the others got off and got married, and I was the only one that I suppose was interested in taking over the bakery. So I didn't marry my husband until 1993. So we're I suppose he came and worked in the bakery with me, and I really believe that the bakery wouldn't be here now only for Joe, because he brought in marketing skills and things to help it in a different way, you know.
Really quickly, is there any trick to how you knead bread well?
Yes, well, you know, the dough has to be right, but this is just the first kneading, and you have to leave it sit then for 12 hours to rise. It just comes on its own. So that basically is the sourdough, and you'll see it going into the oven later on in the evening, and that'll have to sit. It has to come up double its size over the baskets, and for that one, that's just the simplest, straightforward. Yeah. And then we leave it sit here in front of the oven, and I cover it with a sacking. Sorry. Like that, okay? And that takes 12 hours at this point, yeah.
So you'll come back at, what time is it, 3?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
the
so
baker's
baker's
three.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
So they'll tend to that in
they will.
early morning.
They will, yes, they will. And if you're here, you'll see it. Now, would you like me to make some Irish soda bread?
Yes.
You know, we make Irish soda bread with Irish wheat flour, and it's totally Irish wheat flour that we make the soda bread with. And for that was a French flour that we used for that, and it's a different strength of protein in the flour, where for yeast breads. But for Irish soda bread, we can use 100% Irish wheat because it's very low in protein. And that's how we have a traditional Irish soda bread, which is made with buttermilk, which we get from the farmer, Milo, and soda. So we have cream of tartar and bicarbonate of soda, and they're mixed, and that's the raising agent, whereas the wild yeast is the raising agent in the sourdough. And so I'll start to make, I'll bring them over here now actually.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's just it, yeah. So I start off with flour, and this is 100% Irish flour, and some salt, 10 grams of salt, 13 grams of sugar. And then we mix that up, and we have what we call the raising agent. So this is bicarbonate of soda and cream of tartar, which is the raising agent for our soda bread, whereas it's wild yeast in the sourdough. And you mix that thoroughly with your flour. And then we have 50 grams of margarine, which we rub in. And you make that like breadcrumbs until it becomes like breadcrumbs. Is a spotted dog, and you can see why they call it spotted dog, because it's very spotty.
One of your favorites?
This is my favourite, yes. And white Irish soda bread I love too.
Why is this one your favorite?
I think it's a childhood memory, going to my cousins down in Stradbally to Nora Power, and it was a farm down there. And she used to make beautiful white soda bread. And when we were coming, if we arrived unexpectedly, first thing she'd do is she'd take out all her baking ingredients and make it to bakers. But that was Irish hospitality at its best for children. That's my childhood memory. Those traditions have gone a bit, but it was a lovely tradition. So you just need that. Get it all into the center and turn it over, and we just press down and roll it out to about an inch thickness. And we'll dust the baking sheet with a little flour. And then we'd make the traditional cross down the center. And the same here.
Or the cross?
It's just part of the tradition. A cross was always on the cake of bread. They call that a cake of bread. And then we break an egg and we egg wash it on top. I'm going to ask Joe, my husband, to come and switch on the Scotch brick oven here, which you see. It is a wood-fired oven traditionally, and the wood used to be in here, and the ashes went down here, and they were converted somewhere in the 50s. He had them converted to oil. So it's a compression with oil, and they are not thermostatically controlled, these ovens. They have to be switched on when the bakers come in at night, they come in at 10 o'clock at night, they switch on these ovens at 10 o'clock first thing, and they take 2 to 3 hours to bring up to temperature to bake the first batch of bread. So then when the bread is ready after 4 hours coming in, they switch off the oven and they load the oven. Now it takes 2 men to load that oven in 20 minutes. They can be called peel ovens. That piece of wood and head, that's called a PEEL, peel, and they are loaded. And you will see that happening tonight, where they load them, and it takes 20 minutes for 2 men to put in about 160, 70 large 800-gram pan loaves into that. And it takes 2 men to load it, and they have it unloaded 15 minutes. But before it goes in, it has reached temperature, they switch it off, so the bread is actually being baked in a falling heat. So when they unload the oven then, they have to turn it on again for 20 minutes to give it another firing. But the original firing when they come in for 2 to 3 hours is the basis heat for that oven for the night's work. But after each batch comes out, it has to be refired for 20 minutes. It's a lot of work in this world of today. So the bakers we have are passionate about what they do. They love their job, because if they didn't, the proof of the pudding would be when they come out. The oven has to be right, and that's only because you have your mind switched on. You can't turn it on like we're all used to at home with a domestic oven, or most bakeries have ovens that you turn on and they're thermostatically controlled, and when it reaches the temperature it cuts out. But not with these. They're only as good as the man working them. The man working them has to use his head as well, so he can't come in and just turn on the oven and forget all about it. He has to listen to it. He talks to the oven, and the oven talks to him. Oh, Joe, we just need you now. That's great. Joe has just arrived.
Oh, good.
You must
Good,
have
how are you
known.
getting
We're getting on, lovely. And now this is Joe, my husband, and he's going to switch on the oven for the soda breads. We have the sourdoughs done.
Oh, have you ordered it? I haven't found out.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, good, very
Yeah,
good,
look, it's proving.
Oh, yeah, good, good, good. Oh, yeah, brilliant. This is our first time doing them, so
It's
yeah,
in this way.
yeah. That's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
brilliant,
they're lovely. It's our first time doing them for something like
Yeah, well,
this.
yeah,
Is that what you meant?
that's what I meant, you know, yeah.
It's our first time doing them for
television,
a television, yeah, for a camera.
You've made it at home before?
Oh, we make it here
yeah.
we make it now for the farmers market.
And they come tomorrow?
Hunter is coming tomorrow.
Oh, good, great.
He's
yeah.
coming in tonight. Hunter's
Yeah,
staying,
You said that, yeah.
and he's.
Well, you'll enjoy that tomorrow.
So where are you
yeah.
staying, Hunter?
Hotel just down the street.
Richmond House?
Yep, Richmond House.
Oh, lovely.
grand.
How's that?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Excellent.
fine, yeah.
So
Yeah.
This is as good as you get.
Good, yeah.
It is very good, yeah.
very good.
So what's scary
So-
about turning this on?
Well, you see, no, it's not that scary. Just
No, to I'm scary.
yeah, you see, we've
That's
changed.
an
It's a newer
inheritance.
system
That's
now,
part
yeah.
of my
I
inheritance.
need to experiment.
Where do these live, Joe? Down here? Oh, yes, I see.
Right, so let's see, right, let's see. Yeah, I'll play around with this one. Sorry, hold on. Actually, you know what?
Ramil hasn't come in, no?
No, just be here to go forward. I know, I can do that. I know, I need to.
No, I'll need to push in the thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, now, this is very high tech.
I'll just set up here for this.
hold on, see. This is oh, I think I know
You
now.
see, yeah, no,
See,
that's why I
this is a
wouldn't
new
do it.
system, you see. I haven't done
There's
this
a new
before.
system there,
Yeah.
yes.
I think I know now, right. That's it, yeah, I presume you must have it. Right, now it's
Are you too hot? Because it gets very hot in here. Take off your jacket. Are you okay? Yeah, there's a little hiss in it, I'd say. Give it a little more air first, yes. Yeah, more air, yeah. Now, more oil. Look, it's getting dark in the oven. Yeah, now. There's a bit of a hiss in it, but with a little bit. All right. That's great. Yeah, we'll have a look. Yeah, that's perfect now. That would be perfect for the start of the night. Yeah,
How do you know it's perfect?
because the length of the flame in the oven and the sound. Now it could be tuned a little bit better. That there's a bit of a hiss. There shouldn't be. Yeah. You'll hear it later on. Yeah. Flame, which is what it is, and it creates oxygen in the oven, which is good for baking bread. It is the best form of oven. It's like barbecuing is the best form of cooking. This is a very healthy way for making good bread because it bakes it really, really well. You need a lot of bottom heat for making good bread, and that's what these ovens give. It's a basic bottom heat, and the heat is taken in slowly by the brick, and then it's switched off, and when the bread goes in, the heat comes out of the brick and bakes so it's back to it's the first, as you know, bread is the first food, and it's the staff of life, and it's very much a biblical thing. Say the word, Joe. Biblical.
Yeah.
It's very, and it's a very good way of making a living too. Very wholesome. You bake bread for someone. You're nourishing people. You're a doctor. My father used to say, you're a doctor. You have to have it good and good quality for people, and that's what he was doing. He was nourishing and feeding the people around him, and like all the bakers were of his time. And you make money as well, or you provide a living for your family, and he wanted just to educate his family. That was his goal in life, to give him a good education, because at 14 he came into the bakery and he really would have loved to have gone on to do journalism. And he was one of 12, and of course families then didn't have the money, so he was needed in the bakery, so he was brought in here with his father. And he grew it, and he made it a very successful business for his time, and he enjoyed it. But it wasn't his first choice. So that's the story. But it was Joe's first choice.
Was it?
Making bread. Wasn't
Well, once I got married, it became my first choice.
How long have you been baking bread?
We're married here, since
23
years.
24, 25 years. Yeah.
1993, yeah, that's what, 23 years.
We're here. You're here 24, Joe, because it was the 1st of January 1993. So 24 years. Yeah, he's nearly quarter of a century here. Quarter of a century.
But no, as I often said in the beginning, when I did get married to Esther, if she had another business, maybe making paint or something else, I just wouldn't like that. But I actually did like the business, so I was happy to get involved. But if I didn't like it, I wouldn't.
Well, you see, agriculture is Joe's background.
Yeah.
So he comes from farming background, and he is very big into the organic movement, the biodynamic movement, or Demeter, which is the trade name. You know Demeter?
I'm familiar with organic.
Demeter.
Agriculture, organic food.
Demeter.
Yeah. So yeah.
Which is the goddess of agriculture.
Yes, in ancient Greek times. So yeah, I have a degree in agriculture. That's how I started out, but I haven't used that because it's basically all about commercial agriculture using chemicals, which I don't believe in, and it doesn't work. It's not working. We can see that. So, and that's why organic is a much better option. And then you have biodynamic agriculture, which is better again. And it's in the States. There's a movement there, and it's very popular in Germany, Holland, Austria. And people now realise that their health is the most important thing. So if you're eating food that's grown intensively with chemicals, it's not good for you. It's just kind of common sense. Okay.
And I'll put it in with the peel. So that's the peel cradle up there. And it goes down like this. And that takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes, right? So 4 o'clock, we look at that.
So that's traditional Irish bread, the soda bread?
It is, yeah, traditional. It's the white one. Brown, you get brown then as well. There's 3 of them. There's the spotted dog, the plain white, and then a brown. There's a brown one as well. Have you eaten Irish soda bread? Oh, you have to eat some of our Irish soda bread. Will we go and have some? With a cup of tea? Okay, let's go. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah. You don't know where that breadboard is, do you, Emma?
It's gone, I think.
Oh.
Went out upstairs, up outside.
Oh, well, would you ever get that? Who's on tomorrow? Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
I should get 2.
Sure.
Yes, James, how are you? Do you want some bread? Would you like some bread? No. You can take some of this home with you. I'll give you 2 halves, right? And we'll put them in a bag, and we can try some as well. Will I give James a piece?
Sure. It's raisins and soda bread.
Yeah, it's raisins. He doesn't need any butter on it.
James,
Would you like? Oh, good boy.
say thank you.
Now, is that nice?
You just ate the raisin. Please try the bread.
He knows what's good.
Try the bread.
I'll put those in a bag for you, and we'll bring these in. And maybe Joe would like some too.
What is that bread called again with the raisins?
Spotted dog. Think of a dog, a spotted dog. Spot a dog. Don't ask me where it originated from. Okay. Now. Now, darling, you want some spotted dog?
Yes, indeed.
Here we go. I'm going to put this in there. I'll give them 2 halves for going home.
You like spotted dog?
Spotted dog.
You'll have that for breakfast. Not at all.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry. Do you want no? Will I butter it, or would you prefer it without the butter?
How would you eat it?
Well, when it's fresh like that, I eat it without butter.
I'll try it without butter.
Okay.
Jamesy.
Irish pot of tea, isn't that it? It is the famous.
Yes, I'll leave this here with you.
Are you? Oh, well, I had your handy. That's grand. How are you? David is from America and he's learning Irish. And this is Hunter.